Smart lock setup tutorial. Accessories list display. Front lock, rear lock, lock body, latch cover, strike plate, lock body fixing screw, front lock connecting sleeve, rear lock connecting screw, square rod, card, key, rubber plug. 1. Adjusting the direction of the lock bolt. Oblique surface. Flat surface. If the door is an inward-pushing door, the oblique surface of the lock bolt should face the outside of the door, and the flat surface should face the inside of the door. If the door is an outward-pulling door, the oblique surface of the lock bolt should face the inside, and the flat surface should face the outside of the door. This step is for adjusting the lock bolt direction for inward-pushing doors to outward-pulling doors. If no adjustment is needed, you can skip this step. Adjusting the direction of the lock bolt. First, push the clutch upward and press the lock bolt inward. Rotate the lock bolt 180 degrees. Once the lock bolt springs back and changes direction, the adjustment is complete. Install the lock body with the deadbolt facing upward. Place the lock body into the door frame slot. Tighten the lock body fixing screws. 2. Preparation for installing the front lock. Adjust the direction of the front handle according to your needs. Loosen the handle fixing screw and remove the screw dot. In the video, the door opening direction is right-handed, and the handle direction is facing right. Tighten the handle fixing screw. If the handle springs back, the adjustment is successful. For a single bolt lock, whether the door opens to the left or right, the triangle should face the handle. For a double bolt lock, whether the door opens to the left or right, the triangle should face downward. T the red circle on the front lock. Attach the connecting sleeve. Select the sleeve according to the door thickness and tighten it with pliers. 3. Preparation for installing the rear lock. Adjust the direction of the rear handle according to your needs. Loosen the handle fixing screw and remove the screw dot. In the video, the door opening direction is right-handed, and the handle direction is facing left. Tighten the handle fixing screw. If the handle springs back, the adjustment is successful. After adjustment, the handle should face outward. Open the battery compartment cover of the rear lock. 4. Smart lock installation. Select the appropriate connecting screws from the package. Insert the connecting screws through the rear lock holes. Align with the door frame. Leaving a distance of 1 centimeter shorter than the door frame, ensure the connecting screws align with the front lock sleeve. Select the appropriate square rod from the package. Align the square rod with the square hole of the front lock precision casting and install it. Align the square rod with the square hole of the lock body and thread the power cable from the outside to the inside of the door. Securing the front lock to the door surface, measure and leave a 1.5 centimeter length of the square rod protruding from the indoor side of the door. Connect the power cables of the front and rear locks. Conceal the power cables inside the door to prevent damage. Align the square rod and close the panel. Insert the connecting screws into the front lock sleeve and tighten. When tightening the screws with tools, leave some flexibility. Adjust the front lock to be parallel with the door edge, and the rear lock to be parallel with the door edge. Tighten the upper and lower connecting screws. Insert 4 AA batteries. Press and hold the small button below the batteries for 5 seconds. Press to confirm, and the lock will restore to factory settings. Close the battery compartment cover. Install the rubber plug. Installation is complete. 5. Self-inspection and acceptance. Check if fingerprint unlocking is functioning properly. Check if card unlocking is functioning properly. Check if password unlocking is functioning properly. Check if mechanical key unlocking is functioning properly. Check if pressing down the rear handle for unlocking is functioning properly.